Okay, what we're going to do today is create a document, and I will send you a JPEG image of the document. You need to open it up and print it out. And what you're going to do in this document is to actually copy what is on that document into your paper so that you have some type of idea of what we're doing. Um, First, you know how to open up the document, and let's go ahead and go up here to File. And what we're going to do is save the document. Um, in this case, you'll be saving it on your home computer, but make sure you know where you're saving the document. Um, in this case, I'll save it here and be last name, and this would be assignment 4. Okay, now if you notice here at the top of the screen, as it says Carlberg Assignment 4, it should say your name, Assignment 4. Now, according to the document itself, we are creating a document called loan terminology, and if you look at it, what we have here is we want to change first the font to 14, so drive it down here to 14, and 2 times New Roman, and all you have to do is start typing it in with T. Notice we've changed it to Times New Roman, and then we are in cap lock. Now, what I'll do is I'll just type it in, and you can type cap lock this loan terminology, but what I want to do is show you a trick here. What we're going to do here is highlight this, and then when we go over here, we can change the case of it, and in this case we want to change it to all uppercase. Notice it's not exactly similar to what document we have. We have to bold it, so now it looks just like the picture that you're going to copy. Click outside of that, and if I hit enter now, you notice that the size of the format and all of that stuff has changed back down to Times New Roman 12. If you didn't know that, well, obviously you couldn't tell by looking at it, so I'm just going to let you know so I know whether or not you watched the video. And in this case, you're going to now type in the document here. And what is being asked here is the list of the most common. And so let's click this in. And I am too lazy to type. So there it is. I've included it in here. You're going to type it in, so you might want to pause it. But notice I made a mistake here. This is all in bold, and that is not what I want. So make sure that you highlight all of this, or before you start, you click bold, not bold, and then you're okay. Okay, so it may not look identical, but it is correct with it if it is long as your document is Times New Roman and 12. Now what we're going to do is follow our way down here, and after this sentence, these are terminologies for loans, so hopefully not only will we be creating this, you're going to be learning something. All right, well, here we have bold and 14 again. Change the bold and 14, and we're going to type in borrower, period, and then we've changed the font again. Now, in your case, to speed it up for you, what I'll do is, obviously I can't spell, case, comma, U, period. This is giving you a chance to get caught up on spelling this. All right, and I'm going to spell this wrong right off, notice it auto-corrected it. I'll spell this word wrong. Now, well, we have a couple of things we have to do here. One, this, if you see that it's underlined in red, it means that it's misspelled. There's a couple of things we can do here to give you a tip. First one is you can scroll over that word itself, right-click it, and it'll give you an idea of what words maybe you're looking for. In this case, we're looking for repaying, so we can click that, and it automatically changes. Now, there's another little trick here to enhance your vocabulary. you're not going to do it in this sense, but in case you're writing a paper and you keep using the same word responsible, well, you can right click and go down to synonyms. And a synonym is a word that is similar to that word. So therefore, instead of responsible, it could be accountable, answerable, liable, um, guilty, or blamable. Now be careful that you understand the definition of each word if you're going to use a synonym. In this case, we're not changing it because we want to make this identical to the document that we have. But we do notice that we need to highlight this and bring this down because it's bold to normal case and to 12. And now it matches the document. All right, don't pay any attention in this document for the grammar because I am not grading on grammar. I am only including this into the document. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do after borrower is we are going to insert, according to our picture, some clip art. So now we will go up here to insert, click the little insert tab, and find clip art. Now, depending on where you're at, if you're on a school computer, if you're on your home computer, it's all up to you. So what we're going to do is we're going to look up the word money. So type into clip art and look up the word money. Now, this is the only thing where you may not be able to find the exact clip art that I have on this document because I'm working on mine at home. You may be working on it at school or at home, and you may not have the files from MicrosoftOffice.com or Internet Explorer here. Notice that the box here is checked for Internet include Office.com content. So in this case, I'm just going to pick the first one, and what I'm going to do is double click it, and it shall insert it into the document. Notice my picture tools have been opened up here. And if you look over here on the right, you'll see that its size is 1.96 by 1.95. I'm actually going to decrease this to 1 inch. Click 1 and then enter. And it's 1 by 1. It's so close that it's not going to make a difference to you. But be careful because if you were actually up here, your cursor was up here, and you double click to insert it. Now you've put it here, and that's not where you want it. So how do we get rid of that? Well, up here is the undo button. You can undo that in case you put it in the wrong place. So make sure you're conscious of where your cursor is. Now, it should be highlighted here. So you can click the arrow key over here or click outside of that, and notice the cursor is right after the picture. You've changed this picture. Now, if you didn't size it, click the picture itself. Go up here to Picture Tools, click Format, move over to 1 inch, click 1 inch, and go ahead and format to 1 inch. Then click outside of there. What I'm going to do is give little pauses after this so that what you can do is pause your document or this YouTube video, go here, make the necessary corrections, then come back and play it again. So if you're playing this by itself, there will be slight pauses within each one. Here's the first pause. Okay, so we click enter now, and we have inserted the clip art. And in this case, we want to move onward by finishing up. Okay, so we're going to continue by including more information. And instead of typing all of these out, what I'm going to do in my case is copy and paste, which will take you some time to type them out. But I want you to do it all in one font. Right now you're in Times New Roman 12 and bold. Okay, you can get rid of the bold. All right, so just click the B up here, right under the Times New Roman. And whatever you're going to type in, it'll be normal font in here. So I'm going to have you include this information into your paper, and then we're going to go back and edit it the way it should be. Voila, by the magic of pictures, I have finished typing all of this information in. And if I were you, I would pause this and type all the information. In the meantime, you could go over here and close your clip art screen. which should expand your screen to full length. All right, so once you've typed this out, I'm going to pause this, then we're going to go back and edit each section to make it look like the final product. Okay, now we've taken our pause. So hopefully you've gotten this all typed in. Now let's move. Each one of these, we want to look, these headers to look the same. So borrower, capitalization, consolidation, default, deferment, we want all of those to look the same. So what we're going to do is highlight them to the period, hold down the control key on your keyboard, and then highlight the next one. And you can do that by double clicking since it's only Word. Highlight, 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 highlight. Forbearance. You can let go of the control key to scroll down onto your paper. But when you choose to select more, make sure you hold down the control key again and highlight the rest of the information. Let go of it, scroll down. What I want to see here is the pros and cons of loans. Now notice I lifted up the control key and look what happened. Now I only have the pros and cons and I don't have everything else. So it's important to remember to hold down the control key as you go. So we do this, capitalization, default, and if you double click it, it goes a lot quicker. Fees, forbearance. Now watch, I'm holding down the control key and if I scroll down, okay, it actually shrinks the screen instead of scrolls down. Now it expands it. So be careful and know when to hold the control key and when not to. Now I'm holding it when I could select something. I'm going to let go of it. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to scroll down to get the rest of the information that I need. Okay, and I'm holding it back down. Back to pros. Notice now, if I let go of it and scroll up, I didn't lose anything. See, it's still highlighted. Okay, and when there's more than one word, if I double click this, it'll only pick one. Okay, now if I triple click it, it'll click everything. So therefore, you want to make sure that you highlighted this as well and hold down the control key to what you want in that area. Okay, now let's scroll down. Remember to hold the control key the whole time you're scrolling down so you don't lose it holding on to it. Okay, immediate debt relief, easy payments, incentives, prepayment. We're also going to include cons. Hold that down. Increased costs. No deferment. No cancellation. Fixed rates. And no grace period. Now, I'm going to pause till you catch up. Now, what we can do here is let go of the control key because we're going to change this to a 14 font. Okay, so select 14 font. It's still selected. Don't hit the keyboard yet. Click that to bold. And now you have separated all of these to look identical to what we were working on. Okay? So it's all 12 and double click here. Notice it's showing that this is 12. This is 14. See the 14 up there bold. And 12 normal. All right, so now we've included all of this information. So we want to move a little bit further. And after this, we want to include, so enter after cons, a hyperlink. But the hyperlink, we're going to type in US government. Whoops, I hit the tab. You don't want to do that. Sorry. Okay, now we're creating a U.S. government website, but we want to highlight this. When we did an old, and let me show you. When you do insert a hyperlink the old way, you'd go over here to insert a hyperlink, and you type in www. Let's say fafsa.gov. Okay. And notice it shows the hyperlink. I want the hyperlink to go to FAFSA, but to show U.S. government website. So let's delete that. And what I want we do is go like this. Highlight U.S. government website. Now go up to insert hyperlink. Click that. Now within, remember existing files, current folder. No, we're going right here to www.fafsa.gov. Okay. Click OK. And notice that we have it as it's hyperlinked, but you don't see the hyperlink. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. All right, that's the key to the document here. Now notice we have a big space here between principle and pros and cons. That's may be in your paper or may not be in your paper. You can go up here and delete it so that it's not, so that it goes from one page to the other one. All right. Now, I believe from all the typing and work you've done, that's plenty of work for this assignment. What I'm going to do is save this. So we're going to go up here to File and Save, that little 3.5-inch floppy disk. The document has been saved, and now email this to me as the assignment. Okay, so not only did you learn something, but hopefully you learned something, but you've created a document that looks like this document. You probably let me go over it. Let's say that you typed in and you did not create these as bullets. Okay, let's say they look like this. Your document looks like this. Well, you can easily create your document to hit bullets, and that will then create what you have here. This is probably what you're wondering. How is it that this document has bullets, fixed interest rate, and how do you type in the little dot here? Well, actually, when you're creating it, all right, what you would do is after pros, click enter. Then you would hit the first document and then type in fixed interest rates and the information from there. Then once you hit enter, you'll have a bullet point right next to it. Okay? So your document should look something like this. If it does not, well, then you automatically fail the assignment. I'm just kidding. We will go over it on Monday to make sure that you understand this completely. Okay? Thanks for the virtual lesson, and hopefully you will all enjoy it. Have a good day, everybody.